Carl Jung's timeless words. You're what you do, not what you say you'll do. But what does this mean in a world where procrastination has become a silent epidemic? Where we endlessly plan, dream, and promise, but rarely act. We'll unpack how procrastination isn't just stealing your time, it's shaping your identity. We'll dive into neuroscience, psychology, and real-life stories to help you break free. By the end, you'll have a toolkit to align your actions with your ambitions. Let's begin. Let's start by dissecting Jung's quote. You're what you do, not what you think, feel, or intend. Your brain doesn't care about your plans. It cares about your patterns. Imagine two people. Alex dreams of writing a novel. They buy notebooks, research plot structures, and tell friends, I'm a writer. But they never write. Sam writes just 100 words daily. No fanfare, no labels. Who does the brain see as a writer? Sam. Because action, no matter how small, trumps intention. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's identity theft. Every time you delay, you're telling your brain, this goal isn't really me. Over weeks, your brain believes it. You stop seeing yourself as capable. You become someone who watches life instead of living it. Real life example. Sarah, a law student, dreamed of starting a podcast. For 2 years, she planned, buying mics, drafting scripts, but never hitting record. Over time, she began introducing herself as just a student, erasing her creative identity. Why? Because inaction rewired her self-perception. To beat procrastination, we must understand its roots. Let's explore your brain's 3 key players. Don't worry, it won't be like a science class. The prefrontal cortex, your CEO. It plans, sets goals, and imagines the future. The limbic system, your inner toddler. It craves comfort now and fears discomfort. The basal ganglia, your habit autopilot. It repeats what's familiar. When you procrastinate, your limbic system wins. It screams, this task is scary, boring, hard. Distract yourself. So you scroll Instagram, clean your desk, or binge Netflix. Anything to avoid the discomfort. But here's the tragedy. Every time you obey the limbic system, you strengthen the procrastination habit loop. The basal ganglia says, see, this is who you are, someone who avoids. Jung's quote rings louder. You are what you do. A 2023 study tracked students who delayed studying for exams. Brain scans showed their prefrontal cortex activity diminished over time, literally shrinking their ability to plan. Inaction didn't just hurt grades, it eroded their self-control circuitry. Let's flip the script. Just as procrastination weakens your identity, small actions can rebuild it. The 2-minute miracle, instead of, I'll write a chapter, say I'll write for 2 minutes. Why? Tiny actions bypass resistance. Finish those 2 minutes. You've done more than 99% of procrastinators, and your brain logs it as proof you're a doer. Wear clothes that make you feel like the person you want to be. If you're a writer, put on a sweater you'd wear while typing at a cafe. Sit at a clean desk. These cues trigger your brain. This is who I am now. At day's end, write 3 actions you completed. Send 1 email. Walk 10 minutes. This rewires your brain to focus on progress, not perfection. Over time, the done list becomes your identity blueprint. Pause this video. Write down 1 micro action you'll take today. It could be as simple as open my laptop or drink a glass of water. Action, no matter how small, is the antidote to procrastination. Meet James, a 35-year-old accountant who dreamed of running a marathon, but never had time. For years, he told himself, I'll start training next month. Then, he applied Jung's principle. You are what you do. He began with 5-minute walks daily. No running, just walks. After a month, his brain stopped seeing him as too busy and started saying, I'm someone who moves. A year later, he finished his first marathon. The lesson: Procrastination isn't defeated in grand gestures. It's dismantled in daily, tiny proofs of identity. Let's address the elephant in the room. Relapse. You'll have days where procrastination wins. That's okay. Identity isn't built in a day. Strategy. When you slip, ask, what did I learn? What tiny action can I take right now? Example. If you skipped your workout, do 2 push-ups. If you avoided work, write 1 sentence. These micro-completions disrupt the guilt cycle and reinforce your identity. A 2022 Harvard study found that people who forgave themselves for procrastinating reduced future delays by 40%. Self-compassion, not shame, fuels change. Let's return to Jung. You are what you do. Procrastination isn't your enemy. It's a mirror. It shows you the gap between who you are and who you want to be. But that gap is bridgeable. Every time you choose a 2-minute action over avoidance, you lay a brick in your new identity. Over weeks, those bricks become a fortress. So ask yourself, what will you do today? Not tomorrow, not when things calm down. Today. Thank you for watching the Psych Fix. If this resonated, subscribe and hit the bell. Remember, you're not defined by what you say. You're defined by what you do. Until next time, take your first micro step.